hardened potential photoresist. So this blue color here is very hard now, so that will not be removed while etching. So the only the thing which is exposed to UV light will be removed, and only the print will, the copper which is under that photoresist will be protected. That is what our circuit is. So this entire process is called an etching process. And then we do the stripping. The hardened photoresist is then removed. The photoresist will be removed, the blue color will be removed. Below that the blue color will be removed, and below that we will have the copper behind that. That is our straight on the substrate. For example, if you say this is, once you remove the photoresist, so this will be our PCB, and the copper will be available as it is on top of the PCB. So this is what the final output. So we call this process is called stripping. And later point of the time we do the drilling. So wherever the drills are required, for example, if you need a drill here, so we'll just place the drill. So non-plated 2-hole drills if you need, so we will put the non-plated 2-hole. So this comes under drilling process, where we will be having the drilling files. According to the drilling files, the drill is done. So if you are the next process is, if you are with a multi-layer PCB, we go for plating. A multi-layer PCB, if we have multi-layer PCB, we go for plating. So here the drilled holes may undergo the plating process to add the conductive layers, allowing the electrical connections between the different layers. So if we have multi-layers, so for example, this is top layer, this is bottom layer, and we will use other platings also. After drilling, we will use other platings to align all the multi-layer PCBs. And after that we put the solder mask application. The next process is applying the solder mask. I'll just write it down here. Solder mask application. Yes, solder mask application will be put on this wherever there is a solder pads. So we place the solder mask application. Yes, the solder mask is applied over the copper traces and to protect them from the oxidation, and to define the areas where the solder should be applied during the assembly. So whenever you are making an assembly, assembly and soldering, if the solder is required, that area the solder mask is applied. And again, the solder mask is designed in the design level itself. That film will be taken and aligned with your PCB board. And then we will take off silk screen printing. Silk screen, first we need to understand what is a silk screen. Silk screen printing, we say. Silk screen is an ink print on the PCB. You might have seen on the PCB. You may see white color or in black color written on the PCB, or for example you can also see the body area, and you can also see the component reference like C1, C2, R1, R2. So these are all the silk screen on the PCB. So the next procedure is silk screen printing. So once you are done with the silk screen printing, we go for surface finish. Surface finishing is applied to the exposed copper surface to protect them and to enhance solderability. And then finally we go for testing, and final inspection will be done, and then we'll go for mass production. So sorry, not for mass production, they will go for packaging and marketing. So these are all the basic steps in manufacturing flow. So design, it will not come under the manufacturing. So the manufacturer needs the film lattice Gerber generations or film generations, like top copper, bottom copper, solder mask layers, paste mask layer, and other layers. Now don't worry, you will understand these as when you start doing the design. Each and every terminologies like film, like substrate, like exposure, development, etching, drilling, plating, everything you will understand when you start doing the design. So especially when you are designing the footprints, then you will understand what is actually we are doing and how does it impact on the actual real PCB. So these are the just flow where we take the design film layers. First we do the designers will go for designing, and then we'll collect the film generations, that is Gerber files. Then we'll select the substrate preparation, and then we do copper cladding on top of it. Once the copper cladding is done, so we keep the photoresist application that protects the main circuit, and it will not it will just expose the unwanted copper to the UV ultraviolet light. And then we go for development, where the photoresisted area will be hardened, and then in the etching process the UV exposed copper will be removed, or the unwanted copper will be removed, and the hardened copper will be placed on top of the PCB. Then we'll go for drilling and then plating. So once you've done that, we go for solder mask for soldering purpose, and then silk screen printing will be printed on the PCB. So this is just one flow, just a short. In short, I just explained you about the manufacturing process. Still we have a lot of things discussed about. We need to discuss about the manufacturing. You just keep it in mind what are the required things per designer to understand how the manufacturing will be done. So based on that, we need to do our design. PCB design will be done like how we need to also satisfy the manufacturing standard. We also need to satisfy the technical standard. Based on that, our design will be taken care. So this is all about the short information about manufacturing. So we will learn in detail in further classes.